Okay, to sum this up, here we go. This model of psychological flexibility model that's known as the matrix. And yes, was the original developer, and a couple of guys came along and helped me develop more about it. But we did that. We ended up calling it the matrix. And so we have the five senses: experiencing, mental experiencing, toward, and away. That's the basic one. We train people in noticing the five senses, and noticing the mental, and noticing the toward. Uh, and we end up with noticing these differences in the middle. And inside of that, noticing the difference is psychological flexibility. And noticing the difference, whoops, messed up. I do that a lot. Noticing the difference is discrimination training. So I'm discriminating, noticing the difference between how it feels to move toward and away, and we make that easy. I'm noticing the difference between my five senses experiencing my behaviors and my mental experiencing. I'm making that easy so we can notice that difference. We know clearly who and what's important to us. Not writing very well. Who and what's important to us, and what shows up and gets in the way, and what behaviors we do to move toward, and what behaviors we do to move away. And so, why am I writing all this? Is because really, and people ask me this all the time. They'll say, Dr. Polk or Kevin, they'll say, so you don't seem to be saying that people should live their lives over here on this. And I say, that's right. This is a psychological flexibility model, and that's right in the middle. We all know there's plenty of away moves that are necessary for living. I absolutely know that anyone listening to this recording and watching this video is alive due to away moves. You moved away from fear and it kept you alive. So why in the world would we pick on away moves? Even some of the little minor ones that we all do during a day. Um, they're just part of life, and sometimes they're very workable for getting us to valued living. So it's not necessarily true that toward and the values are over here. Really, valued living is on a whole nother axis. And I'm going to put a zero, if I could draw one. Zero, that's a zero with a line through it. And do some dashes right through the middle there. And do an arrow out like that. And that's really time. That's time moving along. And what you want to move toward in time is valued living. And so, and basically, when you die, you want to have led a valued life, one that you can look back across right before you die and say, oh, yeah, that was good living. That was valued living. Back across that. Well, that's where it is, and that's going to be a combination of toward and away moves. Some of the away moves, remember my example of a bus. A bus shows up, it's about to hit you, it's coming straight at you. Fear shows up, you move away from the fear, keeps you alive. There we go. You can live another day to do more valued living. Take care of your loved ones and stuff. So, and even, hey, man, I'm just wore out. I'm going to go sit on the couch and watch TV. And hey, that's an away move from stress, sure, but I'm not going to hold it against anybody. However, I'm not going to hold anything against people for the most part. But let's say it's for myself. If I got myself in a pattern of constantly watching the TV to move away, well, I could get stuck. And then I wouldn't be doing enough of this. I would for sure I'd be way over here doing 20 hours of this and 4 hours of this. And more than likely out here, I'm not going to end up with a valued life. So, and who knows what the balance is? This is what's called the balance right there. I don't know if it's 12 and 12. I don't know what it is. But somehow we all can muck it together, figure it out together, put it together, so that out at the end here in this timeline, we have a valued life. And so, yes, I'm looking for right in the middle right here, this psychological flexibility to be able to sense the toward and the away moves that I need to make in the moment based on both my five senses experiencing and my mental experiencing, putting all of this together to make the best combination of toward and away moves that ends up that at the end I've led a valued life. So that's the summary, and that's what we're looking for, and that's how it looks when you, from my point of view. I think life is right in the middle of psychological flexibility, this healthy mix of five senses and mental toward and away. I hope you have enjoyed this, and send me emails and stuff, give me feedback, and I look forward to hearing you on a webinar or seeing you in person at a training or something sometime. Bye bye now.